So this actual ticket has been decided that I'm going to sing. So here we go. And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3, go. Adam Cole and the babies. 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 Okay, the party for life. The party for life. The party.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a good weekend and a better start of the week. This is That Wrestling Show presented by THS Wrestling. My name is John, and I am joined by my very, 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 very good friend, Neeson. Neeson, hello.
John, how do you feel? How do you feel? You know, just let's kick it off right. How do you feel?
I feel apparently very good.
Why do you feel very good? Why is that?
I'm excited to do the show. Lauren surprised me with Grill 'em All for dinner, which was nice.
Ooh.
She was scouting some places and was over by Grill 'em All, brought home some of that. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if I would have any other reason to feel good that I could think of.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I thought because a 10-year drought may have ended, or maybe
Possibly
you have
ended.
one of the greatest throwers of the leather skin
Tight
of all
spiral.
time. Tight spiral. Two-time COVID MVP. A Super Bowl champion.
Yes.
Apparently an amazing golfer.
That's what I've heard.
And you know, someone that has been allowed, if he wanted to wear the number 12 in the New York, New Jersey stadium. Mr. AR himself, AR12, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron.
I thought you'd be,
Folks,
feeling so happy.
Get your hazmat suits, get your sanitizer for your hands. Aaron Rodgers is coming to New Jersey. Listen, dead last for the last 10 years in every offensive position. Haven't made the playoffs since 2009. That's a lot of varies right there. And I am very happy to at least I'll put Pingel in a hazmat suit if I have to. Well, Dylan, that's because you care about my well-being, and I appreciate that. I'm happy about it. It's not official yet, but I guess it's as official can be. We're just waiting on the old cheeseheads to figure out what they want to do. But
who they want to take back?
Technically, the last I saw, it still hasn't been made official because Brett Favre works so well. Well, Brett Favre's a liar. He said, "Yeah, I'm good to go." Then he got hurt midway through the season, didn't tell anyone, and then he went and signed with the Vikings and had a grand old time.
Mr. Sticky Fingers himself, huh?
RJ, what's up, my dude?
Sticky Finger Bandit himself, huh? That's what he's talking about.
Anyway,
talking about Brett, good old Brett. We can talk about Brett. Love talking about Brett.
Brett
is still himself.
Sticky Finger.
But congratulations, really congratulations. I'm
man.
a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm a fan. Honestly, I think I'm a fan more of him as a person than a quarterback, as how great he is as a quarterback. But even just as a person, man. So I think you guys got one hell of a swing with a top 5 defense, and now you're gonna have a fucking top 5 offense.
Ooh, he's calling it.
Let's
top
go.
5, baby.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Top 5.
I don't mean we don't have to play you guys that much. So I don't care. You know,
Got a
hey,
towel too by Toyota.
wow.
This is
Yeah.
from the last time. This is from the last time they went to the, I think, around. When and we're in. Yeah, when the last time that happened?
So I wore my jacket, my Kings jacket, because they played the Islanders and they beat the Islanders, and I just I was hoping Flobo came on
Lobo,
today,
you
and he
thought he'd pop
didn't.
in?
Yeah, he didn't.
Thought he'd
So
pop in? He didn't.
this is for you, Flo. You
Poor
guys
Flo.
suck.
Wow. Okay. So man, oh man, we've got a couple of topics we want to talk about. I'm gonna have my ranty McRanterson. We don't have a name for that segment yet, but I'm actually going to change it from what I was originally going to be due to the AEW show we just witnessed tonight.
Oh God.
And it's probably
God.
not
Sorry,
what
I
you
got some
think
fade
it
in
is.
here.
Whoa.
Yeah. My green screen is acting real weird lately.
Whoa.
I don't know what's going on.
It's fine.
But yeah, continue.
Goodness gracious, Neeson. I just came in from walking the dogs, and I know we wanted to talk about Jey Uso's choice because we realized that the Oscars were on Sunday, and we were like,
well,
whoops.
Laker game, Oscars, soccer game.
LA,
It was a lot of things. There
was a lot, and we went, let's push our topics to the next time around. But I feel like there was one other thing that now that I'm mentioning it, and you mentioned my hat, you did not mention my shirt that I am wearing, which is one Great Muda being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I want to get your thoughts on this. I guess having Muda in it in general, Great Muda technically never stepping foot in a WWE, WWF ring. What are your thoughts on that in general? And then I think we might that might bring up a bigger conversation about what really is the WWE Hall of Fame. Is it bigger than the brand name at this point?
Yeah, I think that's my thoughts. My thoughts are WWE is and they have been positioning themselves as the professional wrestling standard bearer of all time, really. And we know like Vince's whole thing is he wanted a physical wrestling audience, but I mean a physical wrestling Hall of Fame, physical wrestling audience. What is this, 2020? He wanted a physical wrestling Hall of Fame. And so this to me is closer to that. This to me is the representation of professional wrestling just across the board. Look, we had Houston Thunder Liger that went in, right? Like, I mean, he had like one shot in NXT, but that really wasn't anything. They talked about his New Japan Pro Wrestling and his Japan wrestling in general career, his wrestling all over career, more than they talked about his WWE career. And I think this goes to show we're going to start seeing more legends abroad really get honored by WWE, and especially with people like Triple H at the helm. I mean, Triple H was big on bringing Jushin Thunder over to NXT. We know that. So I love this. This gives me hope for just the working relationship with other promotions, like your Noah's, your All Japans, your New Japans. It's really, really something great when you see the what do they call it? I forgot what it's called, but you know, the top, the hood ornament, if you will, of professional wrestling. You see them actually doing something that doesn't only benefit them, but recognizes just the art form in general.
I wanted just a couple of shout outs here. Double K in the building. Kevin, what's going on, my man?
Hey, didn't they say didn't Batista go in already? Didn't Batista go in during the pandemic?
I don't think so. They announced it, and then we had the pandemic, and we were like, "Oh, never mind."
No, I thought he went in during. So they did 2 classes during in the Tampa.
That's right, they did, but I don't think Batista was part of that.
I thought he was. That's why I'm like, I keep seeing like rumors of. I'm like, I could have swore because I went and they did the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think that might be. It was supposed to happen, but I think you might be suffering from the Mandela effect. I'm sorry. It's contagious though, so I'm probably gonna get it too.
Is it
A lot of
Jiffy
people.
or Jiff?
I don't even know anymore. I have it in one of the cabinets here, and I am not even sure.
Berenstein Bears or the Berenstein?
I'm afraid to look. Honestly. But people are making some good points about the WWE Hall of Fame because technically he did wrestle in WCW, which is now owned by WWE. So technically, you can get away with it that way. But I
So we
think
could get Glacier in the Hall of Fame. Is that what you're saying?
yes, immediately. And I'm sorry, Todd Champion and Firebreaker Chip, the WCW Special Forces. Yeah,
Alex Riley's dad.
yes, absolutely. Alex, right?
Yeah, Alex Wright. That was
Das
his
Wanda
name.
kid. But yeah, I think I saw somebody else mention something that I wanted to just here it is. Put Muda at the show in Mania. So Muda just had his retirement match against one of the greatest of all time, the most underutilized and underused man in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Tetsuya Naito. Great. It was a fun match. It was a fun last match. But then we also had a impromptu match after that between Muda and oh my god, I'm forgetting who it was. Oh, he was in WCW as well. Masahiro Chono, who had not wrestled or did not have a retirement match, so they kind of had like a little scrum at the end there. So I don't know if they could convince Muda to do one more thing, maybe a thing, not a match though, because I think he holds that pretty dear because they're really good friends, and he kind of wants that to be his lasting moment. But I think if I would love to see a physical WWE Hall of Fame. I think that would be really, really cool if that was something they did. Just because I feel like right now it's kind of like, like this person's in, here's your ring, see you later, and that's kind of it. I think it'd be cool to have like rooms with the different classes and different you know oh my god, just items like gear, and I don't know, anything else would be a lot of fun, I think.
Well, they have that at Access, right? Like
Yeah, but
that's been their trial. That's been their trial and error, and each Access has been getting bigger and bigger with that. Like that's why also they have the whole show of WWE Treasures, of them going to get this iconic iconic memorabilia, them going to get it back from these people that collectors are at ever, so they could eventually have a stand-up thing that that they're storing in warehouses and taking out for access. But I truly think whoever buys WWE Disney, it will be on that campus. And this is why, another reason why I feel like Disney is the right organization to buy WWE, is because if you ever been to World of Sport, if you ever been to just Disney campus in Florida in general, there's so much space there, and they basically own a county. Disney has its own county.
yeah,
So if you're staying on a park, or you're staying on any of the 17 resorts down there, a Disney resort that's in the county, I threw out 17, is probably even more than that. You could easily get around to anywhere. And why not say, oh, we're going to go to, Epcot, then we're going to go to Magic Kingdom, then we're going to go to Animal Kingdom, and then we're going to go to the WWE Hall of Fame, and then we're going to go watch NXT that's, taping live on World of Sports, on the World of Sports lot. And then we're going to, like, it's the perfect thing.
yeah.
And so I really can't wait until Disney buys the trade. The sale happens, and it's supposed to happen the week, or the meetings start the week of Mania, I believe. Like that's when they start taking meetings. So I can't wait, man. I think the Hall of Fame has a lot to do with it. I think that's
I think yeah, no, I agree, but I think that would be best case scenario, I think.
I mean, or we could go to Universal. You know,
Yeah.
we go to Mario Land and then go pop over to Roman Reigns, the Roman Empire, the Bloodline city. You know,
Ooh,
Bloodline.
blood spouting. That's disgusting.
Just soon
I
as
would
you
go,
walk,
though.
you have to walk through his legs.
Oh my
You're like,
god.
oh.
Who do you I saw Thomas said he heard Conan will be inducting Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is the other inductee right now. Who would you like to see induct the Great Muta? Because I have an out of the box pick.
You know what? If they're really going for if they're really going for inner brand workings, I'm gonna Brock Big Knox exactly. Just imagine going Snoopy Land,
Yeah.
Brock's Suplex City, right next to Snoopy Land, coming to Knoxberry Farm.
Oh
Get
my
your
God.
boysenberry drinks. So I honestly think, man, if they really want to go inter brand relationship working,
Sting.
and Triple H really wants to pull a play,
Sting.
Okada. Why I say Okada? Because Triple H loves Okada. Vince loves Okada. That is the most WWE person they want from Japan is Okada. So therefore, you say, hey man, look, we want you to represent your fellow Japanese wrestler and just the greatness that he's done. We want you to induct him into the Hall of Fame. Now, granted, there could be a lot of people that would do it. You know, Kenta could do it. You said what's his name? You just said it earlier. His
Sting.
name.
I think Sting's the only. Honestly,
I don't think that's happening.
I think it would make
that'd be great.
Either Sting or Flair, but Sting had the bigger American feud with Muta. I feel.
Yeah, that would be great. But if it wasn't for AEW, then I would be like, absolutely.
I mean,
like, absolutely.
Hey, anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation, okay?
Anything
I've been told
could
that
happen.
before.
Anything could happen.
I've been told that.
But the way Tony Khan has a stick up his ass about WWE, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And not even WWE. I really think it's like Triple H. He's like, how dare you? How dare you take the people that you made great on your show that I did? Like, yeah. So what is this? What I didn't read that.
Oh, sorry. Until the greatest champion of all time, vacant, gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. It's fake. I get it, Matthew. I get it.
I get it. Vacant, the champion.
So let's pivot a little bit. We're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame. This is something we kind of Disney better make Adrenaline Land, and they can hire Pingel to welcome everyone at the front door doing his Cody impression.
Come on.
Right this way. The entrance is over here. It's right here.
Wow. I invited Mimi on this show, and I can't wait. She said she's gonna come on in a couple of weeks. But I can't wait to bog her down with Cody Rhodes impressions and talk about how Cody Rhodes is taking that championship off Roman Reigns.
It's gonna be a real bummer when he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, so a couple weeks back, we've had the whole Bloodline saga, which is, the best thing going. And Jay was hanging up.
You don't like the Outcast? What are you talking about?
Dude. Oh boy. Wow. That's a thing. Wow. I'm just turned into Owen Wilson. I'm just saying wow a bunch because goodness gracious.
Wow.
So
wow.
Jey Uso hanging up in the rafters like Sting, not really making a decision about what he's gonna do. And he, seemingly looks like he's gonna help his friend Sami out. And they hug, and the crowd go bananas or banana, a singular banana, as Gorilla Monsoon used to say. And then we get the turn of all turns. We get highs and then we get lows. We get the super kick heard round the world part 17 probably.
So meaty. So meaty.
And I believe on Friday, we basically get Jay saying, I did again. It's so good, guys. Like my brother, I did this for my brother. He never really, I feel like, mentions that he did it for the head of the table.
The Rock? Oh, sorry.
Oh, The Rock. He never did it for The Rock.
Yeah. Did it for The Rock.
What do you think, just going forward, how do you feel about Jay's choice that he made? He seemingly is just back in line. He's just hanging out, trying to keep his brother safe from the wrath of, I assume, Solo and Roman, because Solo's just like, happy to be here. He's not happy to be here. Happy to beat the crap out of anyone you want, Roman. Just point me in a direction and I'll go. Jay did it for Rikishi, absolutely. So how you feeling about the Bloodline being a cohesive unit again, and main event Jay possibly just sidestepping for the time being? Jay,
is it a cohesive unit? Like, then I think that's the thing. I think this is a trauma unit, is what it is. This is the origami of all wrestling, right? It's just another fold, so we get to that beautiful swan at the end of all the folds, and this is just another fold. And I think him coming out, not only him choosing Sami, but in the moment he's like, this is family like, it's just like, this is family. He didn't want it, and he kept saying, like, I didn't want to do it, but my brother was gonna get clipped. And I just thought, first of all, I was just like, I wonder how many people in this audience right now knows what clip mean. I guess there was in Providence, Rhode Island.
But a clip show, right?
Yeah, they're talking about like the Clippers, like they just suck.
Oh, right.
Yeah. My brother was gonna suck like the Clippers,
right?
And I thought the decision was great, because now this sets up to where he consistently is only there. Now he's made it known he's only there because of his brother. That's it. That's all it ever will be. So the minute Roman Reigns turns into Mad King and he needs the twins, the minute the twins drop those titles, right? Like the minute they lose and it's like he tries to chastise and all that stuff, it's like, yo, dog, you need to relax. Like, this is a whole nother story we can tell going into SummerSlam. Look, they have Puerto Rico stadium show. Then right after that, they have London stadium show. And then right after that, they have SummerSlam stadium show.
Is SummerSlam in UK this year?
No, SummerSlam is in Detroit.
Okay.
UK is Money in a Bank.
Thank you. Okay.
So these are major shows back to after Mania, back to back. Like this, it's insane. Oh, and no, I'm sorry. And then we have Rhea show right after that as well. So right after Mania, Riyadh, Puerto Rico, Money in a Bank, SummerSlam, all stadium, all big shows. The Usos, specifically Jey Uso, is going to play a major role in that. And I love the fact that he said, I did it for my brother. I didn't do it. Like, I did it for my brother. I didn't do it for Roman.
Which is not the first time.
No, he's been clear the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Sorry, my question to you is, when is enough enough? When did they both look at each other and go,
I think,
like, if we're doing it for each other and Roman is just Roman, who's on another level, and you seem to want to roll with him, so if you get in trouble, I'm going to roll with you. When does enough become enough for both of them, when they both go, yeah, we can take this guy out?
I didn't forget King of the Ring. I said Rhea. That's the King of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
That's the King of the Ring thing. I didn't forget
King and Queen.
Yeah, King and Queen. So I think that enough is enough. I think somehow we're gonna get those. I think I don't think both of them are losing their titles. Oh, we're gonna talk about if we have time to talk about Pretty Deadly. My God, yeah, boys, stand and deliver. Stand and deliver. That's the best choice to have in host for Stand and Deliver. Pretty Deadly, amazing. Oh, I can't wait. So like I was saying, I think it's no way in hell the Bloodline are losing all of their titles Mania weekend. It can't happen. If it does, it's like, holy shit, like mind blown, right? But I think with one of them losing the titles, rather it's the tag team titles or rather it's the undisputed heavyweight title, that's the real crack. That's the real, because you can react either way. Usos, you lost your titles. You got to go get those back, or you don't deserve to be in a Bloodline. We need titles. We run this place. Yeah, Solo, like you, like it's a whole thing, right? Roman loses his title, he could just blame it on the Usos. Like, where were you? You weren't there. Like, you always showing up for Jimmy. Yeah, what's wrong, Jay? I thought you was the right hand man. Ooh, Jimmy, I thought you ain't no bitch, right? Like, you ain't nobody's bitch. You my bitch. Like that. He could just get into his whole Roman thing. So that's where I think it's really going to lead to, man. And if they lose both on the same week, like Dylan said, that's a huge, like, the stories could be great. Yeah, the stories could be great for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm an advocate of they're at the point where they are Brock Lesnar's. The Usos and Roman are Brock Lesnar of the WWE. They don't need titles.
No, they just need a horrible WrestleMania match.
What?
Omos,
did you see that? I am excited for Omos versus Brock Lesnar. Did you see him standing? Like Omos is huge. The numbers it did.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a fine wrestling match.
I mean, it's not.
In the moment, I'll probably be like, "This is insane," but like, yeah, I'm like, "What? This is what we're doing."
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't excited. This is the first time a face-off actually got me when Brock walked to Omos and was like looking up.
Yeah, it's weird that they put him in that position, but I mean, I think it's kind of cool too that he's willing to be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll fight this giant dude." Man, like, bro, and I don't know, maybe also because when I met Omos, literally I came up I felt like his kneecap almost. He's legitly like a huge human being. And so to see Brock Lesnar F5 him, Brock Lesnar, that's the point. Bro. Yeah. Like to see that's gonna be incredible. Yeah. Like, I can't wait, man. I'm really, this is the first time, like I could say a face-off, face-to-face whole segment. I was just like, holy shit. Matter of fact, I was watching it with somebody and they were like, they said, they're like, holy shit, this man is huge. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I mean, I believe the whole audience said that.
Oh yeah, they did say it. I think they did enough. I think it's intriguing. I think it's good to go. Yeah, man, this WrestleMania, look, that last year Dallas WrestleMania definitely was, I think it was a lot better than what people thought it was going to be, especially with like the Sami Zayn matches and of course Cody match, just all the moments. It was definitely, but I think Triple H is he's gonna leave a mark in this year's WrestleMania for sure. And I think LA Knight is guest hosting WrestleMania most likely.
You think he'll be the host?
I think so. Because you can't have a WrestleMania without L.A. Knight. Yeah.
L.A.'s in his name.
Yeah. And I told you, I talk about this story, I feel like a lot, but it's really wild to me that this man, 2021, we're all getting drunk together and we was at a bar and he was telling me he didn't know if he wanted to continue wrestling. And I'm drunk, just like, what? Like, you're Eli? Like, what do you mean? He was like, I don't think people need what I am anymore. Like, I don't think I fit in anywhere. And wow. I had a whole pep talk with him. Dude. He was like, wow, thank you. Like, thank you. And then
also, you should be LA Knight. And then you walked away. Wow.
I did it, guys.
Holy shit.
I did it. And I was like,
breaking news. SRS is watching right now. That's going to be on Fightful.com later.
that was at Taya. And it was crazy. As Taya premieres tonight, it was at her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. And like that's why it was wild.
I've heard tales.
Oh yeah, it was tales.
I've heard tales.
Shout out.
Do we really want to talk about the Outcasts?
Hey, guys in the chat. How do you feel about the Outcasts? As is that your rant, Pingel?
No, the Outcasts is not my rant.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, let's talk about it.
I know we said we wanted to talk about them a little bit, but after tonight, I don't know. I'm like already exhausted. I feel like is a gimmick like really just flipping people off? Is that like your whole thing?
You know,
I don't know, man. I want to like it because it's something new. It's something. They're doing something with the women's division, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Go away, Heat. Oh, go away, Heat.
Wow.
Calling them mid is a compliment.
Wow.
So, Ruby is doing well. Saraya has go away, Heat. Holy. Well, I mean, how are you feeling, Neeson? Because I feel like you and I are kind of like, we really like, we can see, like, it's like, we can see you're trying. You see you're trying real hard, but it needs to, there's just something, you're almost there, we think, but.
Honestly, man, I think, like I said, I want to like it. I want to like the Outcast. I love the name. What I do like, I'll say what I do like. What I do like is now it feels like it's officially starting. I think they have the name. I think they get rid of the spray paint L thing. I think that was just losing it.
They're not. I don't know if they're going to get rid of that. I think.
Well, then don't spray a circle with a line through it or something. Don't do an L. Like,
yeah,
you know,
that makes no sense now.
Yeah, just like,
that
was just weird. It was weird.
It's dumb. Yeah.
It was weird. So I like the people in it. I like that Saraya is not the leader, but the second almost, and Ruby Riot is now like pushed into that role as kind of like the leader. I love that. I love the enforcer being Toni Storm. I think she's really built for that. I think Toni Storm as a heel is a great thing. Like, I really think her aggression, what she brings to it, she's like, and I wouldn't like not tall size, but she's bigger, like, and imposing than a lot of the other wrestlers. So I think it has all the potential, and I'm interested. Now, my issue really doesn't have to do with the outsiders. My issue has to do with who they go up against. Because if you're just going up against Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, and then you have this offset Willow, Sky Blue, and
Riho wielding a pipe. Wielding a pipe. Riho was my favorite part of the segment.
That's the confusing part, because it's like, we've seen so much of this Hayter and Britt Baker thing, and I feel like they're getting lost in it the most. Like, Rhea's, I mean, and then where do you go? But I feel like we definitely got to move somewhat towards blood and guts somewhere, somehow. But
that's what it feels like we're going towards. I will say, like, the chat, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Mm-hmm. What would make this better for you? And don't say if I turned it off, or like a literal, like, I want an actual, like, what would make this better for you?
Give us a hypothesis, a body.
Yeah, I need a 4-page single-spaced book report.
Single space. Don't double it. We're not cheating here. And only 10 font. Okay, 10. 10 size.
I saw where Dylan. Where are you here? Are they doing something with the women's division? I mean, I feel like this is something. You can't say this isn't anything.
They had Jade on TBS. They had the TBS champion wrestle on TBS. I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was great.
I mean, I will say, as a long time, like I feel like Nicole Matthews got the short end of the stick there because she can really go, but I know she served her purpose and probably got a nice little payday. But then now we have Taya challenging. The thing like I think the bigger problem here is what do we do with Jade?
You know what I said. She should be double champion.
AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Yes,
she should be. She should be double. Like she is their biggest star. Like she is, and I'm talking star power. I'm not talking best wrestler. I'm talking star power. She is that. She should be double champion until you have these girls fight each other. And then truly the one that comes out of that challenges Jade and they have a all out, program, like a 3-match, whatever program, something that lasts over time. That we really haven't had that. Like, and this is the first story that Outsiders is with that. And I feel like the faces don't equate to the heels. Like, I just feel like that doesn't do it. Like Hater is hot. Britt Baker is somewhere like everybody feels like she's going to turn on Hater at some point in time.
Dylan, I want to say something really mean, not to you, Dylan. Dylan, you really think AEW is going to give a women's match on television more than 10 minutes? Come on.
Yeah. Even though, to their credit, Raw only had one women's match on Monday, and I was scared to open up my Twitter because I felt everybody it was going to blow up. I was like watching Raw, and I'm like, is this
so? I mean, what is it like? Because we have the Outcasts, and now technically we have Taya, who's would technically be in that group, but she hasn't been a quote unquote jaded yet into coming into the new company. I guess more than one way, but
the only thing I could think of is that's Thunder Rosa's spot to join with Britt Baker and
you think she would
Jamie
join
Hayter
with Britt?
My own, like, you look at who else do they have? Like, if it's just them two, right? And then you have 3 of the other team of the others, what happens after that?
I mean, listen, the way they're painting Thunder Rosa in the newest AEW show, she cannot be side by side with Britt because that'll probably be more money, I feel, right?
Well, I haven't seen it, but I mean, I would with her.
Just from the
I know
commercial, just what I'm seeing from the commercial.
Okay, I know they had the meeting, right? Like they had the meeting where she came and like talked to everybody and apologized, and it was everything got smoothed over. Was happy, it was good. So she's been back in the locker room, whatever. So I don't know, man. It's like who everybody keeps holding out for Mercedes, right? But
that ain't happening.
I truly don't. Maybe do Forbidden Door they announced in June, but I truly don't.
I didn't even think about that.
I truly don't think they're going to. I truly think she's not going to wrestle for another like with that Bailey interview. She knows where her bread is buttered, like legitly, and I think she respects WWE a lot.
They do Hater Mercedes. That would be,
and it's in Toronto. It's in Canada.
Yeah. Holy crap! That didn't even enter my mind.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
But I doubt it, man. I doubt it. As much as it sounds great, but I doubt it.
I just want to say it, like I do, like the outsider thing is falling real flat, or the outcast thing is falling real flat for me.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
But I'm willing to give it some time to see at least if it's hard. I'm like, oh boy, it's already hard, which is not great, but I'm still willing to stick with it and be like, hey, at least like no belt centers around this feud, which is interesting. Well, I guess not really because we had the title match just recently, but no one's actively
challenging. That's what I'm saying. Like this is why I would want Jade in that mix. Her being a double champion. And then they could go, this whole 9 people could go fight off themselves, and then the winner, like the true star of that, rises up, just like Braun Breaker sort of shit, right? Like comes out, challenges, and wins.
So do we think this leads to a blood and guts match
Mm.
between the women?
Sorry, Dylan is speaking to my soul right now. Oh, yes, Dylan, Miss Jackson. Ooh. I don't know if you've seen her.
I haven't
yet, Pingel. Definitely worth the watch on Level Up. For sure. She's been in the background a lot on NXT. Also, shout out to NXT. NXT is doing some good work.
Oh,
yeah. Soul Rika, killing it. She's the better Charlotte.
Whoa,
bro. She does that turnbuckle moonsault and lands directly on her feet, like 10, like boom. Like she's legit, bro. She's legit. Like
wow.
She's the evolution of Charlotte, like for sure.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, Zoe Stark's finisher. Yeah, they're killing it over there. I know, Dylan. I don't think we really talked about NXT. We can't talk about the Johnny Gargano, Grayson Waller feud, which is they killed it in a pre-tape.
Stop with his child reaching out to him.
But the fight that killed it. That was her standing on top. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, if we had more time, I'd ask you about people going back down to NXT, but I don't. I think that's a conversation for another day. But do you think this leads to women's blood and guts?
Grayson Waller's all right, Dylan. He's all right. Absolutely. It definitely leads to blood and guts.
In that case, are you? Whenever we think that is going to happen, is Britt Baker, Hayter, I assume Riho, are they each week trying to convince Jade that they need Jade to help them? Like, be on this team. You need to help us because you are the epitome of a homegrown talent.
That's
like
absolutely.
You need to help us. And is that the turn?
I don't know, man. It's murky waters over there. I really hope they know what they're doing.
This ain't it, Dylan. This ain't it.
Face slide? What happened?
He wants her on the face side, on the homegrown talent side.
Face side. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. They are in a tricky situation.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They have the pieces. That's the weird part. They have the pieces to really have something that's must see TV worthy. That's just everything. And I think I don't know, man. I don't know what Tony Khan has planned. I don't.
Oh, that's great. You're literally you're passing it to me, and I'm about to just hit a 3.
All right.
You're passing it to me for my rant. You're passing it to me for my rant. Oh, they got all the pieces in place. This is gonna be great. Might be great. I don't know. Let me tell you about something that should have been great, but we need to manage our minutes on AEW Dynamite. I don't know if they did this on purpose. It kind of sort of felt like they didn't, because it cut real quick and we were off to young Sheldon. I'll never get that minute of my life back. We have the longest standing storyline in AEW right now. Hangman and the Elite. For months, weeks, hey man, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Doing that whole thing. He has his friends who have always been by his side, but he misses his friends that he started the company with. We've been doing this for weeks. And I thought at the main event, it was very cool to see that we had the Dark Order and Hangman fighting in the back with the Blackpool Combat Club. We had Chaos in the ring as well. That fight spills into the ring. Silver and Reynolds are taken out, and Hangman gets into the ring. This was a great moment that should have been better, and they completely fucked it up because they didn't manage their minutes. If this was their intention, I will say they just completely fucked it up, period. Spit on my mic. That's how mad I am.
He's mad.
How in the world? What?
Nope. Go ahead.
Okay. How in the world are you going to be? We have a lot of people that come in here that are like, there's no stories. There's not a story. Everything, it's just wrestling. There's no stories. And that's fine because you were mostly correct. And of course, the one story that we've had for years that kind of would have had some sort of payoff at the end, they completely fumbled the bag on. Completely fumbled it. And I was so mad when it just turned and it was like, there's only 3 things you can do in young Sheldon world, and they're all nerdy things because nerds are hilarious. I don't know what that little idiot said, but I was just shocked because you have a hot crowd that is there. You have Canadian homegrown stars in there, and it's like, oh my God, we're going to get this payoff. And as soon as they get into the ring, we get the cheer. They're backing him up. He doesn't know why Blackpool is backing down, and he starts to turn, and it cuts. I was so disappointed. And again, if that's what they wanted to go for, because, I mean, we've seen plenty of shows where it's like, oh my God, we'll be back next week, and then we go off. But it didn't feel that way, to me at least. And man, that just felt like a real missed opportunity. And if I have to watch Being the Elite to see what happened, I'd be real mad. I'm just telling you that right now. And that's my rant. There's going to be about too many belts, but then I saw stupid young Sheldon for 30 seconds and lost my mind. We're getting there, folks. The rants are coming back. I'm going to be saying swear words and calling people dumb. That's how I feel.
I mean, yeah, I mean, not wrong. You know, that's sheesh.
Granted, I didn't want to see them hug. Listen, I didn't need to see them hug and be like, oh, we're the Elite again. Yay. I just need to see the full turnaround and reaction. And then what might follow to give me more instead of just, boop, we're gone.
That's why you need to start watching BTE like me. It's a great show. You know,
it is a great show, but
it's the behind the scenes of Dynamite, which it's crazy. But yeah, look, I think it's something they have been teasing for a while, and it is the biggest storyline they have, the longest running storyline they have. You're absolutely right. If you're gonna turn this card, you turn it with a heavy hand, and you don't turn it in the middle cut. You end the match. I knew it was a problem the minute I looked at my watch, and it was 58, and Brody King was standing still, just like standing above somebody, and I'm like, it's 58, and I'm like, oh, here we are. Like we're there's gonna be a fugazi in, like something's gonna get cut off, and then we're gonna find it online or find it on BTE.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I agree with you. You know, one of these days we're gonna have a conversation about Marvel, DC, or hey, the Creed universe.
Got to see,
or even
Creed.
Scream. You know, even Scream. Like I want to talk about Scream.
I'm scared.
Yeah. And I don't mean you know, not you, Pingel. I mean the people in the chat.
Yeah.
The people that watch these things. But yes, one of these days, not tonight. It's, you know, it's late. But yeah.
What do you got, sir? Do we have any non-wrestling things we want to discuss?
Well, like I was saying, non-wrestling. Look, guys. Nope.
You don't got
no,
anything?
man. I think I think I'm really excited for. I got a non-wrestling thing. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Maya Villa. You know, you're showing up everywhere. You're showing up at the Grammys, the Oscars, the every
Great.
XFL game in the same day. You're showing up at bar mitzvahs. You're probably at MJS bar mitzvah, as long as we know. We don't know. But you're not coming back home. And I just want to say, since you don't want to come back home, you just proved the point of 12 years ago that John Cena Jr. was right. The man was right. You talk about it being your home, but you don't come home. And then when you come home, you half-ass it with a promo written on your arm. Now, look, I'm not one to poke the bear, but God damn it, I'm going to toss some cocaine in your face and poke you, all right? You need to come home. You got your little cousins running amok. Shit's going crazy. You got your step cousin over there, Sami. He don't know what to do. He's just running wild and running crazy. And then you got Lex Luger 2.0 over here. You just American flagging everywhere and screaming, whoa, and crying every promo. If this is your home, it's turning into shit. Fix your home, Dwayne. What's wrong with you? Fix your home. Come home and fix it. Daddy's home. Be daddy. Daddy got to go to work. Daddy got to take care of home first, Dwayne. What you doing? Come home. Or is it not your home? Or are you still standing outside waiting for Black Adam 2 to get greenlit? Is DC home? No, they kicked your ass out. DC not your home. Is BT your home? Well, we know that's not your home because we got video evidence and you just go ahead and curve in BT for the guy that played Elvis. So where's your home at? We the only people that love you, Dwayne. What, Zoa? Zoa, that's your home? You did a rap song and people turned their back on you so bad you had to go change the colors of your can. Come home. We want you. We love you. We miss you. Bring your ass in. The street lights is on. That's my rant.
Could you imagine everyone in the Bloodline retains and they come out to end Monday Night Raw to celebrate and the music hits?
No, boom, with the rock, boom, boom, is cooking. Boom.
They would have to repair the roof on the Staples Center.
That's right, on the Staples Center. You call it the crypto. You terrible person.
Never in my life. And I've only been here for 5 years.
Hey, look, if that happens, first of all, let's talk about 2K23. I do have 2K23. It's fucking awesome. Playing the John Cena mode. Definitely was beating the shit out of John Cena with RVD. Have it on the most highest difficulty. I don't know why I did that. John Cena was whooping my ass. It's like, oh yeah, this is Super Saiyan Cena. That's right. This is what we're talking about. He kicks out of everything and he beats people's ass. Duh. But that game is fun. And I am looking for someone to do GM with me because Pingel doesn't want to do GM.
I'm literally this is me every day.
Yeah.
I am in a test of strength with myself to I'm not gonna buy it to maybe I should. That's like me every waking minute of the day. And I'm standing by what I said.
Yep.
For now. But it's hard. I'm struggling.
It's fun. I haven't gotten to the GM side yet because I'm waiting. I will say this: the people that do know, Brian Waters, I am reaching out to Brian because I know he has a PS5. So I reached out to Flo. Flo has an Xbox. Boo. So he can't do GM on that. But Brian has a thing, and if Pingel wants to do it, look, you could have up to 4+ people on there, and it'll be a great time. We need to see if Virgil will. I am not I am not going. Well, we'll be at WrestleCon,
We'll
but
be
I'm
there.
not going to see Virgil. Yeah. But yeah, so I can't wait. Monday Night Raw. If Rock comes back, I just want him to cut. People talk about The Rock doesn't come back home. People talk about The Rock isn't part of the family. I am the family. Or The Rock is the family.
I
The
think
Rock
it
is
would
the
be
head
more.
of the table.
I think it would be more of, The Rock didn't want to come home. You made me come home,
Yeah, Neeson.
and then just run down Roman for 17 minutes.
Absolutely. I told Roman has to cut a Rock promo like he did when or like a Cena promo when he was doing a Hall of Fame speech and was calling out The Rock and shit during backstages. I think he has to do something like that. He has to he has to stop being like, well, if he wants to come back, you know where I'm at, bro. No, he has to say, look here, you little motherfucker. You ain't daddy no more. I'm your daddy. That's right. Yeah, you may be my big cousin. Yeah, you may have helped this family progress, but I now hold this family up. What did Black Adam do? Fail. Who wears your Project Rock shoes? The UFC. What did they say? They suck. And just start running down every single theme. And then I bet The Rock shows up.
Yeah.
He sits there, he has his cast on, and he breaks it. Daddy gotta go to work. And he hops in his car and he plays, it's been a long day without you, my friend.
And then the territory is immediately killed.
Nothing could kill the WWE.
No, they can't. Nothing really can.
All right, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, let's get the heck out of here. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us and listening to our absolute nonsense for almost an hour.
Yeah, come on, Rock.
Goodness, where can the people find you, Neeson?
They can find me at the Stay Fly Life. Excuse me as I fly it up, guys. Now I'm not looking at the camera. They can find me at Stay Fly Life. Just make sure you come and tweet me at Stay Fly Life and say yes. And tag The Rock and say Neeson said come home. You can find me on Instagram at Stay Fly Life and just post a story and say, hey, tag The Rock. Neeson said come home. You can find me on TikTok at Stay Fly Life. The Rock's on TikTok. You know where he's not
making TikToks.
He's not home. So tag me and say, hey, he's not home. All right. And you can find me March 26th at UCB, our last headlining show. They actually gave us another one because we did so good. They were like, hey, here's another one. Possibly doing one in April. But talking about that.
I'm saying it live on air right now. I'm going to that show.
Let's go. So if you're in the LA area, most likely the Hollywood proper area off of Franklin, please hit me up. Go see UCB, see some great improv, some funny people. I'm trying to get Kayla to do improv. Just FYI, just throwing it out there. I already pitched it. Should be seeing her Saturday. So let's effing go. And 2K parties tomorrow. Wait, what? Saturday? WonderCon's not Saturday. Oh, that's Sunday.
Saturday. That's next week.
Yeah, that's Sunday. Yeah, I probably wasn't going Sunday anyway. That's why
yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later when we're not still talking to all of you. You can find me at JP Thrice on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. That's it. I don't got anything else. You come yell at me about whatever.
Shout out Dylan.
Dylan's the man.
Yeah, Dylan. Shout out Dylan. Shout out everybody in the chat. But again, tag us in The Rock and tell them. I don't want to incriminate Pingel, but tell him I said come home.
Fine, whatever.
Okay, come home, Rocky.
Come home,
my
Rock.
idea. Dwayne.
Just
DJ.
Think about it.
What else you got?
Drinking your energy drinks and drinking your
making Christmas
tequila.
fucking movies. What are you doing?
They'll love it.
Just getting drunk. Just getting drunk off tequila all day. Come home. Take a bump. What? You forgot to take bumps now? Too good to take a bump? Huh? Too good to throw an elbow?
All right, everybody.
Gotta cut me off. All right. Sorry.
All right, everybody. Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, YouTube.com/that#show TV, Twitch.tv/that #show, Instagram.com/THS.wrestling, but most importantly, that #show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys next week.
Vin Diesel comes home. Why don't you come home, Dwayne?